Greetings, audience. Welcome to the second episode of the Insert Clever podcast name here, because that's meta and clever. Uh, today, uh, today, my co-host was unable to record due to having to work on stuff at home. But we do have a very special guest, Jonathan from AubreyStudios82. Go ahead and do whatever your introduction.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's to have you on. For those members of my audience that aren't aware, could you talk about what you do on this godforsaken website?
Well, I've done Lego stop motion animations for the past almost 5 years, and it's been pretty cool, I guess. I've gotten to know a lot of different people through it, and I recently hit 100k subs and everything, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, you can check out my channel, I guess, it's just AubreyStudios82, and now I'm variant stuff, which is that's on a different channel. So
yeah, I'll link both channels.
Kind of do whatever, I guess.
Of this.
Huh?
I'll link both channels in the description of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't really have like a I didn't really plan this out, but as I already mentioned, the idea for this various horror stories at school and all that. But beforehand, I like to talk about movies for a bit, I guess, because So, what would you say some of your favorite films are currently?
Currently, I mean, I don't know. I've always been a fan of like Star Wars, namely The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
And then The Dark Knight is probably one of my favorite films too. I don't know. I've got a lot of different favorite ones. Do you have any in particular?
Yeah. I like pretty much anything directed by Edgar Wright. Moonrise Kingdom is probably my favorite film currently. That's not his, but it is probably my favorite currently.
Mm-hmm.
I like Fight Club a lot, which is sort of a normie.
Fight Club's a good movie. Yeah. That's usually what I say when people ask for my favorite movie.
Yeah, it's so good. I really like Scott Pilgrim, Kick-Ass, a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything Edgar Wright does is always, incredibly well done.
Yeah.
So those are always good picks.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, because this year, like, before, when I first saw the Baby Driver trailer, I had only seen Scott Pilgrim, and then later on, I had watched all of his filmography before seeing it, and so I was instantly more excited to go see it. And now, whenever like there's a new Edgar Wright movie announced, I can be like, "Oh, it's time!" I'm excited.
I know, yeah. It's hard to believe that came out, I guess, like a year ago now.
Yeah. Did you end up
It doesn't
seeing
feel like that long.
Baby Driver? Or
huh?
Did you end up
later?
Seeing
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Definitely.
I quite liked it. I watched a lot of the Oscar-nominated movies closer to the Oscars, and that was one of them. I also saw like Dunkirk and Lady Bird and stuff like that. Things I needed to catch up on.
I'm surprised that Suicide Squad has more Oscars than Lady Bird.
I know. Well, I mean, I didn't even really like Lady Bird that much, to tell you the truth.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was fine.
But it wasn't better than a lot of the things nominated for the Oscars, I think. That
it didn't deserve all of the hype that it got. I mean, people were acting like it was the second coming of Jesus Christ, and it's just Lady Bird. I mean, it's like this coming of age story that was nice, it was well done, but it didn't deserve all of the praise I think that it got.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 7 or an 8.
It was fine.
Probably. It's not as great.
Yeah,
as
I'd probably give it a 6.57.
Yeah. Did you end up seeing Incredibles 2?
I did. Yeah, that's the most recent film I've seen it. I've seen it twice actually.
Really? So I assume you enjoyed it.
Then? It was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it a lot too.
I know a lot of people think it was just. What'd you say?
I said I liked it a lot too. You can keep going.
Oh yeah. No, I've seen a lot of people have been bashing it recently, like Ralph, the movie maker, and YMS. I've been talking talking about
Houston too, actually.
was just kind of the cash grab. Yeah, Houston didn't really like it that much. I think his grievances were kind of with the writing, which I can see. I think the script was probably the weakest part, but other than that, I mean, the animation was great, the action was great. Like, the thing about Brad Bird is that he directs all of his animated movies as if it's a live action film,
Yeah.
and so it makes it seem all the more real in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I like the action too. Like the opening scene, I just had a huge grin on my face the entire time. I was like, oh, it's so good to be thrown back into this universe and with these characters.
It's pretty cool that despite a 14-year gap, they were able to just pick it up right where they left off.
They blend very seamlessly together. I wish I'd been able to make it out to the double feature because I feel like it would have been even better than just to see them so close together. I watched the original the night before I saw Incredibles 2, but I think seeing back to back, I feel like it would have been even better. So
yeah, no, I agree. I still need to go back and rewatch the first Incredibles because it's been years since I've seen that one.
Yeah,
I still don't know if this one was better than the first one. I don't think it was.
I wouldn't say it was, but I did quite like it.
Yeah. It was still a really good film.
Yeah, the fight scene in Screenslaver's apartment really jumped out at me. Something that I was like, oh wait, this is yeah. All the action was really superb. I think.
I know. I liked the use of all the neon lights and stuff.
Yeah,
she was fighting Screenslaver. That was so well done to me.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of movies. I love scenes in movies or whole movies that are sort of set to strobe lights and neon lights and all that. It sort of gives them more. I don't know. I just sort of like the vibe that they give, stuff like Blade Runner and Good Time, and Atomic Blonde and stuff like that. I think those movies, just the sort of vibe they give off is pretty cool.
Yeah, it really helps them stand out, I think.
Yeah. Have you seen Good Time? By the way, it's one of mine.
I haven't. I know everybody says it's one of the best films of, or if not the best film of 2017, but I just haven't really gotten around to it.
Yeah,
I need to.
Ralph had that as his favorite movie of last year, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's definitely really good.
Yeah, it was snubbed from the Oscars, unfortunately.
Yeah. I feel like the score for it's really good, and just all of it. I think it should have at least been nominated or won something. Definitely.
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. Did you make it out to Deadpool 2?
No, I haven't even seen the first Deadpool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not because I'm not allowed to or anything, because I know that's the case with Houston. But it's just I've never really been a huge fan of Deadpool as a character.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He gets quite annoying at times.
He's irritating to me. And I get the whole gimmick and I understand his shtick, but it's not for me, And that's not to say that the movies are probably really well done, because I've from what I've seen, the action is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And I'd still like to see them at some point, but they're not really at the top of my to-watch list, I guess, right now. But maybe at some point. I remember I pirated the first Deadpool, but I just never got around to finishing it. I watched the opening scene, and that was it.
The opening scene is probably the best part of the movie, honestly. That's the whole sequence on the highway is pretty great.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. And the second one, I think I like more than the first one, just because it amps up everything. Any problems that I had with the first one were fixed in the second one.
Yeah, that's good to hear. But I know Ryan Reynolds does a great job as Deadpool.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a track in Deadpool 2 that Lil Pump is involved with, though. So
I know that track. Yeah.
I think the instrumental is pretty good, but I don't know. When anything he's involved with, I just don't care for it really.
Yeah, Lil Pump isn't really the. I guess the epitome of high quality talent in the music industry right now, but I don't know. Most of his stuff is pretty questionable, I would say.
Certainly, they accidentally played the uncensored version of Gucci Gang at one of my school dances. So
how does that happen?
I don't know. The DJ was pretty young. I have to. I mean, maybe it wasn't an accident, but you could get fired for that, right? I doubt that. It was so funny, though.
Well, they were playing, the uncensored version of Kendrick Lamar's Humble at my homecoming dance.
Okay,
they say the N-word and then a couple times.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, and they just didn't care. I mean, it's whatever, I guess, but I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no,
my school just screws a lot of things up.
Yeah. Speaking of rappers, I guess, so, X died the other day, right?
Yeah.
I didn't listen to much of his stuff, but obviously nobody deserves to die.
He was kind of a meme rapper, everybody liked playing Can't Keep My Dick in My Pants and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I'd seen, the memes.
I don't think, I don't know, it's really sad what happened to him and everything, like, nobody deserves to die like that at 20, especially. But I understand why people didn't like him. He kind of got the reputation he had because of the way he depicted himself and everything that he did. It's but at the same time, it's sad to see people like celebrating his death. On Twitter, I've seen a lot of people doing that.
AubreyStudios actually like posted something on Instagram, like sort of celebrating his death, and I was like, oh Jesus, okay.
Oh, what did they say?
He is like XXX good riddance, and I was like, oh.
God, wait, on Instagram?
Yeah, it was on his story.
Oh my god.
I was slightly taken aback by that because I was going through all my Instagram stories and all of them were like, oh, rip X, and I saw his and I was like, oh, okay.
That's not even clever. I mean, at least he could say something like XXX stinked, or something along those lines. But I made a tweet, like not even celebrating his death, but kind of making a joke about how ironic his tweet was from like a couple years ago that said, "Shoot me."
Yeah.
Yeah. I screenshotted that. And I made a little meme out of it, and I had people getting mad at me for that. I didn't even think it was that bad.
Yeah, you weren't like joking about it. You were just pointing out that the tweet hasn't aged well, right? I mean, like
exactly. And I made the tweet before he was pronounced dead. I was like, I just heard that he got shot, and I was like, okay. I mean, I can say something about this, but I didn't know people would take it so seriously.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think the internet is just consciously looking at something to offend somebody or something to be offended by.
Yeah, they're just trying to be offended, I think.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with making jokes about someone after they die, honestly.
I mean, yeah.
As long as you're not celebrating it, you can make jokes about it, I feel like.
Yeah, like, I saw this one meme that was like, congrats to Lil Peep for being 6 months sober, and I was like, okay, alright, okay.
You know what I really hate are those posts on Instagram that you see from meme accounts that are like, come join us, Lil Peep, or come join us.
I've seen the X one so many times. I'm tired of seeing it.
It's like the gates of heaven with Harambe and like August and everybody that's died recently. So sad.
Yeah, and that I don't think that's the way he wanted to be remembered at all.
No, probably not.
No, slowly entering the gates of heaven with Harambe in the front. I doubt it.
Yeah, it's like everybody on there. It's so whatever. This is kind of how. That's how it is, I guess.
Yeah.
It's his fault for dying.
Didn't
want to get.
That's the internet's way of paying respect, I guess.
Yeah. I can't believe they still haven't found the guy that shot him, as far as I know.
I've seen so many posts being like, oh, this is the guy that killed him, and this is the guy that killed him. Like, do they have, like, nobody actually has it figured out, right?
No, I don't think anything's been proven yet.
And there are also people saying that he isn't dead, and then it's just a sick form of promotion for his new album, which I don't think so.
That's disgusting. How people would think that.
Somebody is like, maybe he's faking his death, and it's just a promotion. His new album is called No Pulse. And, like,
oh my God.
Okay, I think that that's
really sad. Those people are just delusional.
Yeah.
Oh God. That would be kind of great, though.
Yeah, I mean,
people would be so mad.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, I understand that you guys don't think he's dead, but like, if that were actually the case, that he faked his death, and you were so upset about it, do you really think you'd be happy for him to, be up and at it again after that? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. I heard about the memorial that he had. I guess it was last night. It didn't really go very well. They had to the cops were called, and from what I know, the police had to tear gas the crowd because they were getting out of hand.
Yeah, he has some pretty psycho fans. I saw this one thing that I don't know if it was fake or not, but it said some guy killed his parents or his family because he was so upset about it, but that may have been fake.
Oh my God, that's gotta be fake.
I hope so. I certainly hope so. And now there's the whole, like, cuts for X thing. I saw that on a lot of stories. And I was like, Jesus Christ, come on. You don't need to, like, oh, God.
Let me see this. Yeah, that must have been a joke, because I can't really
find that. I hope so.
Yeah. Although it wouldn't surprise me, I guess, given his fan base.
Yeah, he has some pretty psychotic fans, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, the person that they think shot him is Soldier Kid.
Yeah,
there's like a lot of weird evidence surrounding him, but I feel like if he really did it, the cops would have already gotten onto him by now.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll have to wait and see how that develops.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that's
pretty tragic.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have anything else you want to talk about before getting into the main topic?
Nothing really comes to mind. I don't know when this is. I guess if you're doing this live, it'll be public right after we're done recording. But I'm uploading a new video tonight.
Oh, and you are? Cool.
Yeah, the new Batman episode or whatever.
I'll have to watch. Who is calling me? All right. Cool. Well, I'll definitely be watching that.
Yeah. So I guess that's pretty much all I have to say then.
Cool.
On that. Yeah.
So, the main, I already said, the main topic is, well, the planned topic was, school stuff. So, do you wanna start off with something?
Just like weird school stories.
Just people at school, things that have happened at your school, whatnot.
Well, I mean, one of the biggest things that comes to mind is probably this is actually before I got to my high school. There was a it was a senior prank gone wrong. Effectively, it was like a food fight that got really out of hand. Like the year before I got there, and it was started by a freshman. I think like some senior made a freshman start the food fight, and then it quickly got out of hand when people were like beating up teachers and security guards, and I'm pretty sure people were like vandalizing teachers' cars in the parking lot.
Jesus,
the cops were called. It was really bad. I think they had to shut down the school for the rest of the day. If you want to see it, it's on YouTube. Just search Central High School food fight. You can see like the aftermath of it, and you can also see my former high school.
Seriously, that's jeez.
It's pretty intense, yeah.
Wow,
it's crazy. But like since I've been there hasn't been anything like huge that's happened to the school. I've known different people that have like been weird. I mean, I've talked about this one kid, Danny, a couple times. On me and Alex's old podcast. He's interesting. He's an interesting man.
Oh yes.
But do you have any interesting school stories?
I have a few. Yeah. Usually towards the end of the year, that's when things get a bit out of hand. Like, there was a kid at my school who drew a penis on a tablet, and then he got in trouble. Mm-hmm. And then during 5th period, he ran out of the school and into the woods. And they found
into the woods.
There's like some woods. There's like woods outside my school, okay. And so he ran out there. And the teachers found a manifesto in his desk and a list of people he wanted to kill. So
that's an issue.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad they found that. That could have been bad.
That could have gone totally wrong towards the end of the year. Like, if teachers hadn't found that and like. Yeah.
So did they find him in the forest? I mean, was he like?
He got pretty far, but they did end up finding him. Yeah.
He got what?
He got pretty far. Like.
Oh, I thought you said he got hit by a car.
No. He got.
It's like, wow.
He got pretty.
That's one way to solve it.
Pretty far. And I don't remember where they found him, but it was fairly far away. And so, yeah, they ended up finding him, and they got it all figured out, and he got expelled naturally. So
Yeah, I can see why.
yeah.
Did they ever find like did he want to just shoot up the place or like?
I think he had like a hit list essentially, not like. I think maybe it was like a sort of a shooting, and that he'd try to go for those people specifically, or it was a separate thing of like murdering those people outside of school or something. Yeah.
Did you know anybody on the list?
There were people on there that I was aware of, but like none of my friends were on there.
Good.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Oh,
was that this year?
Yeah, it was like towards the end of the year, like the week before the last week of school. So
that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Man. It's pretty rough.
certainly.
We we didn't have like we have shooting threats pretty frequently. It's gotten to the point where I don't even care. I used to like purposely ditch school whenever there would be like a day that was rumored to have like somebody come and shoot up the school. I used to be terrified and just find a way to stay home. I've since grown out of that phase, and now anytime there's rumors, I'm there at school regardless. I welcome anything that comes my way at this point. But there was this one instance junior year, so last year, where there was like some student that was caught like torturing this. I guess it was a hamster, like a gerbil. Like torturing it on Snapchat. On the Wi-Fi or whatever, and it showed him like he threw it into a fan, he set it on fire, he like stepped on it, he did all this horrible stuff on Snapchat on the school's Wi-Fi. And so, what does the school do in retaliation? They decided to take away the Wi-Fi for everybody. And so now we've gone this entire year, this past year, with just no Wi-Fi. I've had to use LTE the entire time, just because of this one kid who wanted to torture a hamster. So that's great.
There's a kid like that, but when I was 8, like we went, like my school went on a field trip to the zoo, and this kid, who is still a problem to this day, was he wore cleats to the zoo trip and just stomped on squirrels the entire time until the teachers got him out of it. As you should. I don't know.
It's because he could.
Because he was like, he wore his squirrel stomping shoes to the school trip to the zoo. I guess. I mean.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. He came prepared.
Certainly. I mean. God, yeah. And then this kid has continued to be a problem, but it's more just being racist and saying terrible things than it is being like aggressively violent, I guess.
Makes sense.
Using the N-word and all that is like a common thing that is, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's not a good thing. I mean, it's not like I'm not like, oh, it's okay, but like it is. It's more common, so it shouldn't come as a surprise that like.
It's more commonplace, yeah.
Yeah.
There was this one time this past year again where this kid, okay, so like at my school we've got this thing called Remind 101. I don't know if you have it, where it's like you sign up for like your class or whatever on it, and you like put your number in this little thing, and the teacher can now send like these messages out as reminders to the entire class, like, hey, we got a test Monday, or homework is due Friday, or whatever it is. And this one kid hacked his teacher's Remind 101 somehow, and he was sending out all these like really racist texts. People got really up in arms about it, as you can imagine.
Yeah, we have stuff like that. Well, like we use like Google Classroom for stuff like that. Like the teacher will post like, "Hey, this is due on Friday," or something like that.
Yeah. So it'd be like a kid hacking that, basically.
The closest thing I've never done anything terrible. Once I just posted the entirety of the Emoji Movie script into the comments of one of the posts.
That's pretty terrible.
I mean, my teacher was like, "Why are you posting poetry on my classroom
poetry?"
And I was like, "Oh, it's not poetry. It's the Emoji Movie script." And he was like, "Why?" I was like, I mean, because
it's a form of poetry.
It's a form of poetry to some degree. Yeah, it's a form of poetry.
Yeah. Did you see that T.J. Miller like responds to everybody's DMs? Apparently,
he's responded to a couple of my tweets or liked some of my tweets. Like he posted this one thing that was like he posted something that was like what was the most disgusting romantic thing you've ever said to somebody? And I said, want to go see the Emoji Movie with me?
And what did he say to that?
He liked it. He didn't respond. He just sort of liked it.
That's amazing. You know, the first date I went on with Adele was to the Emoji Movie.
Good. I mean, that's
yeah. I mean, it worked out, so it's fine.
Oh, certainly.
I should tell him that.
Yeah, I think that would certainly. Yeah, didn't when it first
want to become friends. Which?
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Oh, what did you say? I didn't hear it because it sort of cut out.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. It sounded like you were saying, and then.
Oh no, I was saying that
cut out for a second.
When the Emoji Movie first came out, didn't T.J. Miller respond to the backlash by threatening to kill himself, or was that just?
Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Like something like that.
Yeah, he was like actually a fan of the movie, or he made himself seem like he was a fan of the movie. When it first came out, like, did you see him at the red carpet, like, premiere?
Yeah, I watched Jack's Films video on it.
Yeah.
I sent my dad the video of Jack's Films getting the thing invited to the red carpet premiere, and he said, "I want to drop an anvil on this man's head." So
Axel is such a genius for doing that, because that was his shtick for like a year leading up to the movie.
Yeah, I know.
And it got him notoriety, and it helped him get into the premiere and everything. It's so genius.
Yeah, he did the hour-long frame-by-frame analysis of the trailer.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
Oh, what a hero.
He is. As long as he kind of he was thriving off of such a relevant meme for so long that it kept him relevant. Because for a little while his channel was kind of, on the brink of not collapsing, but kind of fading into irrelevancy.
Yeah.
And he's been able, because he's been doing YouTube for like 10 years, I want to say.
Yeah, for a while, definitely.
Longer. Yeah, and like the way he's able to like change with the times and the memes just shows that he knows what he's doing. He's a genius when it comes to YouTube. Like someone like Tobuscus, doesn't know what they're doing. He fell off like years ago, and that could have happened to Jack's Films, but
he's able to stick around,
stay relevant. And now he's got like 4 million subscribers, something like that.
Yeah, he has quite a bit.
Yeah,
I actually have his new video open like in a different tab right now. Actually.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Yeah, 4.1 million.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, he's great. I like watching his stuff.
It's fun just to like sit there like while I'm animating, or just sitting there in general. You can just binge a ton of his videos because
well, the way he like makes his Yai series, like it's so bingeable. That's why he's able to get so many views off of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Like each one, almost every one of his videos from the past 2 months has, over 1 million views.
Yeah.
Which is great. So I'm glad to, see him doing so well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, recently I found out that my mother is actually fairly close friends with the mother of the Pauls. Because I do live in Ohio, and so mom visits the dental office a lot. In fact, Logan's one video where he gets his teeth taken out or something was actually filmed at my mom's dental office.
Oh my god! That's cool.
So she was telling me, and at the time I didn't know who he was. And then eventually the Forest thing happened, stuff with Jake Paul and all that stuff. I was starting to realize, so this is a popular YouTube person, but not necessarily for the right reasons.
Has your mom actually met any of the Pauls? Like either Jake or Logan?
I mean, they filmed at the office, so I have to assume maybe she interacted with him between filming or something. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
is she like friends with their mom?
Yeah, like she'll drop by the dental office and they'll talk and stuff like that. Because I'll frequently talk about Like when the whole Suicide Forest thing happened, I couldn't stop talking about it, and so
yeah. Well, it was such a big deal.
definitely.
How do you feel about the KSI Logan Paul match that's gonna happen?
I think it's a bit dumb. I think a lot of the YouTuber matches are kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I think it's actually kind of smart because a lot of people tune into it to watch.
Oh, definitely.
YouTubers just duking it out, you know. And I think it'd be funny for it to like continue. I don't actually like. I was kind of making fun of it in my last video, but that was just for a joke. Like I watched the Joe Weller and KSI match from a couple months ago, and I'm excited for this one because I think KSI can actually beat Logan.
Yeah,
at least I hope.
You making fun of the boxing match was actually in response to my tweet.
So, yeah, it was. Yeah.
I think you and Alex should meet up just for the sake of having like a boxing.
I'm actually really. I'd love to meet up with Alex sometime. I can't believe it hasn't happened yet. I've known him for like probably about as long as I've done my channel at this point, maybe 4 years. He was the first person I ever met online, like ever.
Yeah, now that you're out of school, it should be easier, maybe. Right?
Yeah, maybe. The thing is, he like never comes down here. He's in California right now, so he might have actually meet Hux before he meets me, which is incredibly disappointing. But whatever. That's fine. I don't know if we'll actually meet up. We're talking about it on Twitter, but what'd you say?
I was gonna say, yeah, that'd certainly be cool. I assume, just you guys talk enough and co-write and all that. So I have to assume. Yeah. I'm not popular enough to do like Brick Filmer meetups, I guess.
I mean, you can get there.
Oh, certainly. I mean, Jeremy also lives in Ohio, but like, we don't really know each other because I'm a smaller channel, certainly. But
right. Well, you have to get to know him better.
Yeah.
Jeremy's a good boy. I want to meet up with like the squad. I don't know if you were around like a couple of years ago. When
you did the meet. Yeah.
Do you remember the squad?
Yeah, I do. The stream and all. I was actually thinking about it the other day. That stream was wonderful.
I actually got a question for the Q&A that said something like, "How is the squad holding up?" And I was gonna like, for a joke, I was gonna like call all, like, do a group Skype call with all of them.
Yeah.
And record that, but like not tell them that I was recording and not tell them that I was gonna call them, so it'd be like short notice. But Alex is on vacation and stuff, and Akash has now moved in with his girlfriend, and I don't really talk to Austin and Jeremy enough to really do something like that, so I don't know. I'd love to reconnect with them, though. I miss the squad. We used to be so close.
Yeah, those streams were fun. Like, I remember just... Like,
yeah. I think we did... I think it was 2. I don't think we did 3, but...
Yeah, there was like the anniversary stream a few years back.
Are they still public?
No, I remember I was unable to watch the second one. The first one was still public for a while, and then it wasn't anymore.
They were on Alex's channel.
Yeah.
Lone Clone live stream. That is not Alex. Whatever. I don't know. I'm sure there's somewhere. I bet Alex has them unlisted on his channel. Yeah. I could probably get them if I wanted to, but I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh well. It'd be pretty cool to meet up with like a Kosh or someone, but I haven't. I think he lives in Canada, so I don't think that'd be possible.
I mean, you gotta you fly out to Canada.
Yeah.
So during
what were you saying?
I was gonna say, well, this is sort of off topic. You can go ahead and keep saying whatever you're.
Oh no, I wasn't really saying anything, but yeah, what?
So I was just thinking, like, you know how there's the whole like thing that blew up with where people are saying that Houston was homophobic.
Yeah.
I wanted to take that opportunity to be like, is that also why you hate YMS? Like,
oh, you should have.
That would have been so wonderful, but like I didn't want.
You got so mad at me last night. Or what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I didn't want it like while it was still blowing up, and I have to say he was pretty annoyed with it already. I didn't want to sort of just be like, make another.
Yeah, I'm in a group chat with him that he talks about that stuff quite a bit because he's got like a lot of people that just hate him for some reason.
No,
they just really can't stand him.